I don't think this is on. I'm loud. Good morning. There are still a few seats up front. If you can't find a spot, there is still seating up close. You get a good seat next to the band here. Good morning. I'm Joanne Allen, a member of the Board of Trustees, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. We are the Church of Brunswick, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Brunswick, on this Wabanaki land that we now call Brunswick, Maine. If you're visiting and would like more information about our congregation, please stop at the visitors table at the back of the fellowship hall. These folks will be very happy to answer any of your questions. In the interest of safety, please note there are 3 exits to this building. One, the doors you came in, one right through the back of the building, the RE area, and then one right over here by the corner, right there, by the AV booth. And an announcement I have today, pardon me, is that we will not have a Sunday service next Sunday. We will have 2 services on Christmas Eve, one at 5 o'clock for the families and one at 7 o'clock. And they will be the Christmas Eve services, no service on Sunday. And we have another announcement.
Good morning, I'm Sharon Brown, and I was a Santa's Project elf this year, and I have some really wonderful news for us all. We were able to give the Gathering Project $1,380 worth of Hannaford cards, and thanks to everyone for their generosity in making that a really successful project.
Thank you, Sharon. And this morning, Tobin has an announcement also.
Good morning. My name is Tobin, and I serve as your Director of Religious Exploration. We are looking for volunteers in RE, and if you are somebody who is interested but maybe has questions or is not sure about signing up, Allison Dame will be over at our table today. Allison, would you and Tess be able to stand up for a quick second so folks can see who you are? So if you would like to sign up, there is a sign-up form at the back table that Allison will be sort of in charge of, so you can go see her. We are looking for help for all of January and all of February. I also have another announcement. The holiday fair that the kids did the other week, they earned $200. So thank you all for your generosity. They have decided that they're going to split half of it between the Red Cross, and the other half is going to go to the Tedford shelter. So we're pretty proud of that, so thank you all for your help with that.
As we begin the service today, please silence your cell phones. And once again, welcome. We're very glad you're here today.
My name is Lucy Imes, and I'm on the worship committee. These words for chalice lighting are by Amy Brooks. Even as the days grow shorter and our homes shrink smaller and our wicks burn lower and our will to endure flickers, we light this chalice to kindle a flame of warmth as a reminder of the connection that draws us in to a community that opens us up. In gratitude for the breath in our lungs and the love in our hearts, for the gift of this day alive.
Good morning. My name is Karma Amos, and I am honored to serve as the minister of this congregation and to welcome you to worship this morning, whoever you are, whomever you love, whatever your background. We are glad to welcome you here into this community. And now a brief ditty. 'Twas the Sunday before Christmas, and all through the church, so much music was playing. Could it be too much? Heck no, said the people. We're you, have you heard? We are moved by great music as much as by words. Bring on the piano, the flute, and the harp. We're here with our bells on, and don't we look sharp? We have trumpets and cello, clarinets, and a drum. Some saxes and trombones will get in on the fun. There's so much to sing about. Solstice and dreidels, both darkness and light, holy infants in cradles. 'Tis the season for music and kindness and joy in a world that needs more than a fancy new toy. As we open our hearts to the music that moves us, may the spirit of justice and love still improve us. For there's further to go on this journey called life, more yet to learn as we work to end strife. So welcome one, welcome all. You've a part in our song. Let our music be merry, even if the note's wrong. Would you rise in body or spirit as you are able, and let us sing our opening hymn, O Come, Emmanuel.
morning. The season of Advent in Christian tradition is a progressive season, a season of waiting, anticipating, and preparing the way for divine light to illuminate the shadows of the world and of our own hearts. This year, our theme for this holiday season is mystery, and as we light this third candle on the Advent wreath, we've been asked to offer a brief reflection about how our family experiences the mystery of this season. In reflecting on that question, many things came to mind, but I wanted to take this opportunity to briefly explore the idea of generosity, the idea of giving to others from the heart without expecting anything in return, as I think that is essential to the mystery and, well, really the magic of this Advent season. In our family, we celebrate this season like so many others by writing wish lists, hanging lights and decorations, and eating an absurd amount of cookies and candies as they get passed around at various functions and events. At its core, though, I believe this season is about giving. Often, it is so easy to succumb to the stress and overwhelm of this season because we want everyone around us to be happy. We're all moving so fast that we often don't realize that it's the little things we do consistently, day in and day out, that truly make a difference in the lives of those around us. Giving financially, yes, if you can. Buying gifts for children who might not otherwise have any. Those are definitely ways to demonstrate generosity. But to me, to us, it's more than that. It's about giving a smile, a kind word, or a listening ear. I believe the magic of this season happens when you connect with one another, when we share our authentic selves, and when we give the gifts of hope and unconditional love to those around us. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Tobin Cooney-Calnan, and I serve as your Director of Religious Exploration. Holden and Sadie, you just got away, but I'm going to call you back up, and I'm going to invite anybody else who might be young or young in spirit who would like to come on up for a solstice story. I will ask that you kind of be very careful and come up around this side where there's a big ramp over here. So you'll come up around this side, and then you could come kind of sit to the right of me in this general area, even though I forgot to put the rug out for you. Come sit right over here for me. Thank you. Tess didn't bring up her snake, but she had a nice, fun, stuffed pet snake with her, and I was noticing that Sadie has snake earrings on, so I think a connection could be made there. Yeah. All right. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hi, Lula. How are you? You're good? How are you, Anders? Did I get the name wrong? Is it not Anders? What's your name? Ames. I'm so sorry. Ames. How are you, Ames? Better now that you got my name right, Tobin. So today we're talking about solstice. Does anybody know what solstice means? Holden, what does solstice mean? That is brilliant. So there are two solstices in the year, says Holden, and the winter solstice is the shortest day in the year. Do you know what else happens on the winter solstice? What is it the first day of? I'll give you a hint. It's called the winter solstice. What season is it the first day of? Holden? Close. It's the first day of winter. Yeah, so we're technically still in fall, and come the 21st, we will be in winter. So I have a lovely story for you all about the solstice. Should we read that together, you think? Yeah. Yeah? All right, this is called Winter, a Solstice Story, and it's by Kelsey E. Gross. Owl watches as the sunlight dims to a shimmer and starlight scatters across the snow dust. Tonight is the longest night of the year. Solstice is here. Owl swoops down and calls from his perch in the frosted pine, "Who can help me shine the light and share a gift of hope this night?" Who do you think he's going to find? Deer nestles nuts on branches, gifts of hope, that all creatures have enough to eat. I can help to shine the light. Squirrel rests leaves on limbs, gifts of hope, for shelter when it storms. I can help to share the light. Mouse sprinkles seeds, gifts of hope, for blossoming growth. I can help to spread the light. Duck tucks feathers amongst the boughs, gifts of hope for warm, cozy beds. I can help to show the light. Rabbit tosses bits of bark, gifts of hope for happy celebrations. I can help send out the light. Raccoon stows berries in the snow, a gift of hope for sweet surprises. I can help to spark the light. Chickadee wraps grass round and round, gifts of hope for loving hugs. I can help to shine the light. See this? They're doing snow angels. It's very cute. Owl nods and unfolds his wings. Love's light will flow beyond our tree, across the land, the sky, and sea. The stars glow bright this time of year. Let's celebrate. Winter's here. Should have practiced that. Bounding, twirling, soaring, hopping, they frolic and sing around the tree. Until, what do you think's going to happen? Footsteps thump, twigs snap, all the animals freeze. Owl welcomes the new friend. Let every creature see our light, its splendid gift of light and hope for all this winter's night. Caught a star and you put it on top of the tree. That is our story for today, and today we are going to stay in the congregation with everybody because we have this wonderful music of musicians of all ages that we want to hear. So I will invite you to safely walk back around the way you came in and go find your seats. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Samantha Nord. I'm part of your pastoral care team, and I'm here to read the joys and concerns for today. We'll start with concerns. As we face the holiday season, my thoughts go to the incarcerated. It is a very lonely time for so many in a very bleak setting. Caring thoughts for them are important. Mary Larson. For joys, We celebrate today another award received by Lynn Ellis, this one for the main chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics, who honored Lynn as their Advocate of the Year for her incredible leadership on gun safety issues in Maine. Wonderful. Absolutely, absolutely. Gus and Renee Manamatis, I probably pronounced that wrong, are happy at the safe arrival of son and family from Thailand. They are recovering from a 20-plus hour flight and hoping for snow. If you or someone you know would like a joy or concern read at the pulpit, you can send an email to uucbjoysandconcerns@gmail.com. The address should be up on the screen and in our weekly email. And if you have a concern you would like to discuss in private, you can come find us. We have blue ribbons on our name tags, and we'd be really happy to speak with you. I think it's really important to acknowledge how hard it is to reach out. I know it's nervous for me. I get nervous reaching out at times, but I want you to know that we are here for you. We're here to listen with an open heart and a listening ear, and anything you do say will remain confidential always. A great way to connect with us, actually, is this Wednesday. We have a Blue Christmas service. This service is a gentle contemplative service for those who are carrying pain or grief during this season of celebration. It will include readings, songs, and opportunities for reflections, and we would be very happy to see you there and talk with you more. Thanks.
Would you join me in a time of prayer and contemplation? The words of this prayer come from Lynn Cox. Let us be in a spirit of prayer. Spirit of life, ancestor of the stars and the sun, you who embrace the vastness of space and us along with it, be with us today. Hold us in our worry, our exhaustion, our grief. Keep us close as we sit with our truths, whatever they may be. Lead us to rest in the quiet, to find solace and renewal in this time of shifting light and dark. You whose arms open with the spinning galaxies, help us to make room as you do for all that is. Open our hearts to our loved ones, our neighbors, the beings with whom we share this planet. Lead us to reach out to others in compassion. Turn us toward one another in mercy, right relationship, and reconciliation. You who have seen the rising and the setting of suns, of seasons, of civilizations, remind us of all that we have learned from the history of the world and from our own histories. Give us the courage to face our mistakes and repair them when possible. Help us understand our interdependence, our gravitational relatedness with all of the other spinning lives around us, and lead us to treat those relationships with care. In this space, filled with the people among us who shine like stars, this space filled with the sparkle of love and care, we give thanks for this moment to be together. May our senses be open to the beauty of this day, this season, this world. We continue our contemplation in a moment of silence. Blessed be, and amen.
I have a reading from Rebecca Parker about this time of year. Perhaps for a moment the keyboards will stop clicking, the wheels stop rolling, the computers desist from computing, and a hush will fall over the city. For an instant, in the stillness, the chiming of the celestial spheres will be heard as Earth hangs poised in the crystalline darkness and then gracefully tilts. Let there be a season when holiness is heard and the splendor of living is revealed. Stunned to a stillness by beauty, we remember who we are and why we are here. There are inexplicable mysteries. We are not alone. In the universe, there moves a wild one whose gestures alter Earth's access toward love. In the immense darkness, everything spins with joy. The cosmos enfolds us. We are caught in a web of stars, cradled in a swaying embrace, rocked by the holy night, babes of the universe. Let this be the time we wake to life, like spring wakes in the moment of winter solstice.
Before we play Winter Sends a Message, I wanted to let you know just a little bit about how that message is sent. At the beginning of this piece, you will hear some rhythms that actually are Morse code. And the Morse code spells out the word snow. So you'll hear dit dit dit, which is S, da dit, which is N, da da da, which is O, and dit da da, which is W. And we'll repeat that a few times so you really get used to it. The whole piece is bookended by two quite familiar Christmas carols, which I'm sure you'll recognize. And in the middle, there's a little bit of a stormy section, shall we say, where you'll hear three short excerpts of some other songs that are also about snow. Bonus points if you can name all three of those songs afterwards. Winter Sends a Message.
Today's very full service could function as a metaphor for this season, this very full season, sometimes of too much. You were warned, of course, that we would have a mashup today, a little remnant of Hanukkah, the steady progression of Advent, previews of the carols of Christmas, and of course, the winter solstice that is coming up this week. So today, in just a few minutes, and I promise it will be just a few minutes, we'll call this an experimentation in brevity, I at least want to acknowledge the deep, deep wisdom of winter. And it's so appropriate to our theme of mystery, right? Because the solstice draws our attention to the heart of the mystery that keeps the cosmos in existence, alive, constantly evolving and in motion. The solstice invites us to pay attention and be in tune with the ways of the earth that we will never fully understand. Nature has this way routinely of taking us beyond the limits of our knowledge and our control and leaving us there with mystery, with wonder, with awe. And yet there is also a steadfastness to it, to the earth and its seasons and its cycles, its intimate connection with the much more vast system of universes that reminds us again and again and again of how little we know and how much we are dependent upon forces larger than ourselves for life and everything good about it. There are 4 more days of the lengthening darkness that we have been experiencing here in Maine throughout the autumn, as the light that kept us up well past 9 p.m. in the summertime has decided to disappear these days around 4 o'clock. Last week, Alexa Gilmore led a guided meditation here called Navigating the Descent into Dark, and she did such a great job of summarizing a dilemma that so many of us face in this season. The earth, the moon and the stars, the weather systems, everything about the natural world in this hemisphere, particularly in this spot of earth that we now call Maine, the whole world is inviting us to rest, to literally go to bed early when it gets dark, to turn inward, inside shelters that protect us from the worst of the cold, and inside ourselves for a time of contemplation and reflection. We are being invited and reminded of the invitation daily to slow down, to rest, to pause for a moment before the seasons change, to garner strength, to catalog the inventory of the resources we have, the lessons we've learned, and to use them mindfully, perhaps even sparingly, but intentionally. This is the part of wisdom that we find in winter. And yet, ironically, as Alexa observed, many of us do everything we can to refuse that invitation. Instead of slowing down, we speed up and overschedule ourselves. I'm guilty. Is anyone else? Thank you for saying so, for not making me feel so alone. Instead of resting, we add to our calendars. We add lists and lists of things we think we have to do so that the holidays will work. We convince ourselves, many of us, and usually subconsciously, that we can outwit winter, when a better approach might be to make her our friend, our wise counselor, a companion with gifts to give, but only if we're really paying attention and doing so in an attitude of openness. The solstice is subtle at first. Its drama only revealed along the way, but the message is powerful. A few years ago, a member of my congregation in Delaware introduced me to a solstice chant by Charlie Murphy that many of you may know. I now feel like I have to sing it every year so that solstice will happen. And because we've only included a mere 10 different songs in this worship service, let me sing it to you. If you know it, you can sing it with me. But Charlie Murphy sings, "Light is returning, even though this is the darkest hour, no one can hold back the dawn. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. Our planet's turning, circle on her path towards the sun. Earth Mother is calling her children home." There is a faithfulness and a rhythm to our earthly experience as human beings that speaks of mystery and magic and hope. That even when the night is darkest, there will be the dawning of a new day. And we sometimes need that reminder so frequently that it happens every 24 hours. This week, the earth will tilt ever so slightly, and our days will begin to lengthen. There is magic afoot if we will be attentive. I want to encourage you, and I'm including myself, I want to encourage us to be attentive. What mysterious winter wisdom do we really need to experience again? What ancient truths might we have forgotten? What gifts do we really need to receive that we will altogether miss if we have not stilled ourselves enough to notice? I hope that your experience of the solstice and of this whole season has room enough in it for magic, for spirit, and for blessing. And in that vein, I want to leave you with a poem by Victoria Safford called "The Moment of Magic," and it is also a mashup. Now is the moment of magic, when the whole round earth turns again toward the sun, and here's a blessing. The days will be longer and brighter now, even before the winter settles in to chill us. Now is the moment of magic, when people beaten down and broken, with nothing left but misery and candles and their own clear voices, kindle tiny lights and whisper secret music. And here's a blessing. The dark universe is suddenly illuminated by the lights of the menorah, suddenly ablaze with the lights of the Kinara, and the whole world is glad and loud with winter singing. Now is the moment of magic, when an eastern star beckons the ignorant toward an unknown goal. And here's a blessing. They find nothing in the end but an ordinary baby, born at midnight, born in poverty, and the baby's cry, like bells ringing, makes people wonder as they wander through their lives what human love might really look like, sound like, feel like. Now is the moment of magic, and here's a blessing. We already possess all the gifts we need. We've already received our presents: ears to hear music, eyes to behold lights, hands to build true peace on earth, and to hold each other tight in love. Friends, may winter's mysterious wisdom find you, and may you indeed blessed be.
Now we come to the time in our service when we receive your generous offerings. The amount collected today will be split between the congregation and the Maine Gun Safety Coalition, a very important organization for our church to support. Thank you for your blessings that you share with us. Please join me in the congregational response. May these offerings sustain and grow the work of this church, weaving a tapestry of love and action. Thank you. You're invited to sing along with this very familiar tune.
These closing words are a blessing for the longest night from Jan Richardson. All throughout these months, as the shadows have lengthened, this blessing has been gathering itself, making ready, preparing for this night. It has practiced walking in the dark, traveling with its eyes closed, feeling its way by memory, by touch, by the pull of the moon, even when it wanes. So believe me when I tell you, this blessing will reach you even if you have not light enough to read it. It will find you even though you cannot see it coming. You will know the moment of its arriving by your release of the breath you have held so long, a loosening of the clenching in your hands, of the clutch around your heart, a thinning of the darkness that had drawn itself around you. This blessing does not mean to take the night away, but it knows its hidden roads, knows the resting spots along the path, knows what it means to travel in the company of a friend. So when this blessing comes, take its hand, get up, set out on the road you cannot see. This is the night when you can trust that any direction you go, you will be walking toward the dawn.
Please say hello to someone you haven't met before. And enjoy the holiday.